Morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching my videos. I'm here joined with NT Campo,
Hello people, how are you?
and today we're going to be talking about Bitcoin. Is it about to break out to all-time highs? We're going to do some technical analysis on that and where I see Bitcoin breaking out to before it does a correction. And then we're going to be also talking about a hardware wallet that NT has been using that is the worst hardware wallet, if you ask me, because it didn't pass my basic test of any kind of like wallet, the Bitcoin wallet that you have out there. I explained exactly how that test is, and we're going to talk about that. What happened to that hardware wallet when Inti tried to use it? All right, and he's going to tell you all about his problems and stuff like that after the TA for today. Then we're also going to talk about what's going on with Germany. Like they're going to be having this new product allowing people to buy Bitcoin. Wow, this is definitely going to be a rocket booster for the Bitcoin price going into 2021 or probably to the end of this year. And we're going to also talk about that. All right, before we get on to the TA, NT has one little thing to say about our technical analysis today.
Yes, as always, it's good to remind you people that this video is for entertainment purposes only and this is not a financial advice. You should always do your own research before putting your hard-earned money on the market.
All right. Awesome. Okay, so why do we like Bitcoin? Why is that? Why are all you here? Is because what gives a finger to the all-seeing eye of the dollar. Such an appropriate symbol for the dollar because it controls all of y'all, right? From up above, right? Because it's a centralized point, right? Because all transactions, 50% of all transactions, right, require a centralized currency, a currency that is centralized by government. And basically, when we use Bitcoin, we go doink to the all-seeing eye. And you know who sent that out? Ice Cube would like to say that I'm a crazy motherfucker from around the way. All right, so anyways, this weekly chart is saying that, you know what, so far indecision time, but honestly, we are at the cusp of something grand. And even my master, who's taught me how to trade, has mentioned this. Like, wow, I think this is even beyond Mr. Hayes doing. One hell of a move is coming here, in my opinion, just by the sheer veracity of the stopwatches. It appears to me they are trying to drive all the weak hands and leverage players out before they reprice this thing. Exactly. That's what we've been seeing nonstop, right? If we zoom in here, just like, you know, Darth Maul kind of, right? I can't, just wiping you out nonstop. Even on you see it on the hourly basis, just nonstop, just wiping you out, here and here, right? Just like anybody who wants to get like 100x, right, and carry this 100x up all the way forever. No. Denied. Denied. Just not happening, right? So yeah, even if you like try to go 50x, you're gonna get wiped, or 25x, you're gonna get wiped. They're cleaning up the books to ensure that nobody comes along this ride, whatever direction it finally takes. But there's a 70% chance we're going higher and 30% chance we're going lower. Now, with that said, I really think this W has indicated that we're breaking out. And where I see this breakout going is because, like, I've taken this line here, right? And I've drawn it from the top to the bottom of this W, and I've attached to the top of this W here where breakout level is, right, where that yellow dashed line is. And if we see, this takes us all the way up to the let's just move this down so you guys can see that number of the $12,000 range. So I would say the $12,000 target, although it's not guaranteed that it will roll over at that target, is the most likely point where you want to take profits on any kind of long that you might have. Because I really think that this thing will come back and scare the bejesus out of you as it comes back and breaks down to below the 10,000 mark, probably once again. No guarantees from the management, but that's the most likely scenario I foresee. All right. Looking at the bow tie, I thought that I had a bow tie happening here. No, I don't. I could have swore I had it on one of these charts, but let me just see. That is the Bitcoin spot market, and the bow tie is not quite working out here because you got to stay on this side of the bow tie. But there is one right here that we're on this side, and we're at the bottom of it right here. So like this bow tie right here, you could say between this curve is like right, because it happened right in the middle of this breakout and crash back down, and now we're inside the other side of the bow tie. So wouldn't be surprised if over the next few days we break to the next higher level, and if we break this bow tie, that'd be all fine by me. But I think we're going to retest this line back down here before we actually decide, yeah, we're going a lot higher permanently, and break out to the 10,000 and break the 10,000 mark forever and ever and ever. I think that will be your last chance. If we come back down here, that will be your last chance to get Bitcoin below 10,000. Alrighty. So with that said, let's head over to Inti's Cam and let him tell you about his little story with KeepKey, right? Is that right? KeepKey is the one you...
Yeah, it's the KeepKey Wallet, this one right here.
Exactly.
That I consider pretty fancy. I mean, the way it works, I like it. You enter all your data directly into your computer, but as this has a cipher, even if you have like a spy malware on your computer, they cannot get your private keys, they cannot get your PIN or anything. So all good, all good at that point. But this is something really important that Davinci told me that I always have to do with hardware wallets.
Or any wallet.
Or any wallet, that is to test the restore mechanism. Because you don't know what can happen, your house can burn down, or you can get robbed, or anything. You can simply lose it while moving through house to house. So you have to learn how to restore your goddamn wallet, right? And when I was doing that, I noticed that during the process, the final step was just that all the data start loading, loading forever. I let it for about like between 3 or 5 hours loading, and nothing happened. So I looked down. I mean, Davinci told me that maybe it didn't work with Electrum, so it maybe used a different software, and that may take longer. I look into forums, I look everywhere, and what I found was that people had the same issue, and they say what you need to do is to reboot your computer, reboot your Wi-Fi, make sure that your firewall is not messing up with the wallet, and maybe it will fix the issue. And if not, use message customer service. I put $10 in this wallet, so of course I didn't freak out. But imagine if you have like several years of work and savings in this wallet and you can get the data back. I would start cutting nails with my butthole, you know? I mean, that's not okay.
Exactly, that's horrible. I would be freaking. I would lose my freaking mind, and there's no way I would use that wallet ever again. And I think Inti is agreeing on me, right, on that.
Of course.
You just can't do that, right? I think there's no all they have to do is download an XPub key, access any of the free Electrum servers out there, and then download your all your bitcoins really fast, right where your addresses are, right? I mean, this is technologies out there for them to do this, and they should have never been an issue, period, with their software. That's shameful of them. They should fix that immediately. Without, I mean, that should not be happening at all. Period. Right? And the fact that it is, and the fact that that people have published it and they've done nothing so far, is worrisome. Because as a software company, as a person who develops software, if that part was not working in Pandora's Wallet, everything would stop. There would be nothing else, but we're fixing that, right? Completely. I mean, if people can't get their money, I mean, they have every right to be with pitchforks around my door, right? So yeah, that has to be one of those things that needs to be fixed, and they've not done that job, and so I call this the worst wallet out there until they fix that problem. And we're going to test. Inti's going to later on test to see if they use BIP39, so that his 12 words, right? You're gonna try it on which wallet?
You gave me Ledger Nano S.
Yes, Ledger Nano S. If you want to get a Ledger Nano S, there's a link in the description below where you can actually pick up a Ledger Nano S or X, either one, and they work. We've tested them, we've deleted it and reinstalled it on a Ledger, and everything works fine. All right, with that said, we're going to talk a little bit about Germany, and what's his name? Chris from Crypto. He's the one who broke this story, and everybody's been talking about this. The German stock exchange will be listing Bitcoin ETP, allowing people to buy Bitcoins, right? Basically from their brokerage accounts, from their bank account. This is huge. I mean, it looks like they're going to be definitely buying the Bitcoins and be able to actually take possession of the Bitcoins as well. And that is amazing, and I'm impressed with that. I'm looking forward to seeing how this is being used. I would love to see Chris actually do this and take possession of his Bitcoins and make sure that these guys are not lying and not trying to cheat the public, right? And I'm going to ask him specifically to do that, because I'm a little worried about that, because, mixing a bank with Bitcoin, that's like,
that doesn't work out very well.
Exactly. That's like asking a taxi driver, right, to call you an Uber.
Basically the same. But wait, are they giving you actual Bitcoins? Like not like paper Bitcoins, or I owe you a Bitcoin or something?
They're gonna give you actual Bitcoins, yes. And
whoa.
I'm gonna ask Chris to make sure that that's the case, because, like, I swear to God, it's ridiculous. It's like
it's too good to be true. It's too good to be true.
It's like asking a hotel like Hilton to book you on Airbnb. I mean, come on. I mean, get real. So I'm a little concerned that this is a little bit of a trap for the average person. Something is not right. All right. With that said, let's head off to the question and answers period. I don't know if there's anybody who left any questions, and Inti, I'm not sure if you had a chance to take a look in the chat group to see if there's any good questions. But if not, let me just show you what's it called, our Telegram group and what's going on there. Hopefully there's nothing explicit going on in there, because this is like off the cuff, right? And right now, in my Telegram group, right, I've answered most of the questions, and let's see if there's anybody's leaving a question. Oh yeah, he just wants me to talk about Zen and so forth. and live stream. We did a live stream yesterday, an off the cuff live stream for everybody, and that was in the Telegram group for Davinci J15's Pandora's Wallet subscribers. So if you're interested in that, please, we're having a sale over at on our website, www.pandoraswallet.com, where you can get 25% off Pandora's Wallet subscription, and you'll have access to this Telegram group where we do some trades and so forth. And yeah, that's oh darn, I'm not going to. Oh no, not really, not gonna happen. All right.
What happened?
Somebody's put some nonsense up on the screen in the Telegram group because they saw that I was live, so they decided to.
Oh no! Good thing on the screen. I just saw it. I have delay.
Yeah, exactly. That's all right. So,
Oh
what
my
kind of
God.
questions you have for me?
Okay, there are only a few questions, but this one is delicious. I like it so much. This is from Josh Jones, I think. No, Josh Jones. Sorry. He asks, "Is there a maximum cap on how much money the Fed can print?"
No. I remember what's his name, Greenspan, coming to investors, and he's saying that the investors were worried that their derivatives would explode and they would not be able to get paid, and Greenspan assured them by saying, "The Federal Reserve stands ready to print money without limit, without limit." Now, if you Google that quote exactly, right, you'll see that he didn't say that, and he did repeat it. And so it's clear they're going to be going that route. So that everybody gets paid, no rich man gets left behind. And you don't have to worry about that. You know that your friendly neighborhood billionaire will always have money to put gas in his private jet.
I like how they shamelessly admit it, but nobody does anything about it.
Exactly. Oh yes, and you know what? I remember the FOMC meeting from yesterday. They mentioned that the inequality is not in their purview. Right, and it has nothing to do with the monetary policy, right? But if it was, right, they would do something. I'm like, oh, really? So you're gonna buy all my altcoins that went to zero at a nice mark-to fantasy price? I mean, mark-to-model.
It always has to do with monetary policy.
Yes, because if they were able to, I mean, think about it. Think about something that you've purchased, that some sort of stock, some sort of investment that went to zero, right? If they were to purchase that for you, wouldn't you make you whole? Wouldn't you, at the price that you got it? And you'd be like, oh no, I didn't lose any money. Wouldn't you like that?
I would love it.
Yeah, I'm sure. Everybody here would like
Not
to
actually.
have that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, but only rich mofos get that.
But that's not how economy works.
Right? Only people that's working with the Federal Reserve get that treatment, right? We don't. So get ahead of these guys who are getting paid the free money from the printing press by buying Bitcoin, because they can't do anything. They can't buy Bitcoins unless they take it from you. So you buy your Bitcoins, you put them in a wallet, and you hodl. You learn how to use the system, you hodl. Done, finished. And you will get ahead of every single billionaire that's getting a free lunch from the printing press. All right. Next question.
What you just said actually wasn't it an example of how money goes from the poor to the rich?
Exactly. That's exactly right. I mean, if you stay outside of Bitcoin, if you stay in standard assets like the stocks and bonds, you are basically handing over your money to the wealthy. Just give it to them. You might as well knock on a rich person's door and say, here's all my savings. This belongs to you. If you hold on to dollars and bonds and stocks, that's what you should technically do, because that's what you're doing. All right.
Whoa.
Next question.
We got a super chat,
Yeah,
a
super
very
chat.
generous one.
Oh, thank you very
Thank you
much.
very much. Okay, this is from Newsy Davis, and he asked, "I've been buying Bitcoin for the last year. Just now getting into altcoins. What do you think about Decred?"
Decred was airdropped coin, and I have some of that Decred. It's just another cryptocurrency, and yeah, people will buy these things going into the final collapse that will drive them up higher. Long as there's development and support for the currency, and the people are building on the currency and improving it, it'll be around for a very long time. And even if there isn't, like Namecoin, it'll still be here, but it will just be going slowly down, priced in Bitcoin. Now, there will be spikes, of course, even if it's a dead currency, meaning there's no maintenance on it, but it still functions. There will be spikes higher and dumps back down to even lower valuation. So yeah, consider that when you in any particular cryptocurrency. Well, thank you very much for your donation of $20 for the super chat. I really appreciate it. Next question.
Okay, this is from, let's see, this is from GNU Bio, and he asked, Davinci, listen to this. Davinci, I dream McAfee told me you were Satoshi Nakamoto and wrote the foundation of Bitcoin Code. I wonder if that's true. Sir, you smoke something really strong before going to sleep.
Exactly. You need to share that with the rest of us. Because no, I'm not Satoshi. I could have been. I wish I was. Because, man, I was so desperate, right? Because when I realized how our financial system was going to collapse society and turn us into all serfs and just despots of the ultra rich, I was like, oh my God, I have to do something. I have to come up. There has to be like some sort of digital money that we can create so that people can use over this paper fiat. And even if they give us back gold, right? They're just gonna take it away from us again and destroy us all over again. And it's just a horrible cycle of destruction, our current financial system. Where we go on a gold standard, we get the gold standard taken away, and we go and we become robbed as individuals all over again. It's horrible. I mean, this has been written about even as far back as when the Bible was written, and they talked about this in many passages where, for example, they'll throw silver and gold into the streets. And the reason why they say silver, sorry, not gold, right? They said silver into the streets is because back then the word silver, which in 14 languages is synonymous with money. For example, in Spanish, plata is also the silver and also money. You hear people saying, "Yo no tengo plata," right? Meaning I don't have any money. And that word plata is silver, and so from way back then, the only use for silver was to be transacted as money because that metal was too soft to be used for anything else other than mirrors, and so effectively it was only used as money, and so the word plata and money were the same. The word silver and money were the same. Sorry, I mixed up my Spanish there. And so that's why the translation of the Bible does not consider that as a fact. They just think that, okay, well, that's silver. No, effectively what they meant is like they'll just base the money by putting less and less silver into the content, right? And then you'd just throw it away because it'd be useless, right? And that's effectively what happened in Weimar Germany, what's happened in Venezuela, what's happened in so many countries around the world, in Zimbabwe and so forth, is that the money just steals all your wealth and you just throw it away in the streets eventually. The Bible has also talked about another incident, how they talk about how in the future they're going to steal your money, right? As you put it into your purse, it'll be taken from a hole from beneath. Well, effectively, that's what the financial system does. They pay you your salary, they put it in your pocket or you put it in your purse, and they steal the wealth by printing more money and without you even noting it. So avoid that, please, by buying Bitcoin and holding on to it, because this is the future of money. And people will say, no, it's Ethereum, no, it's this, no, it's that. The thing about Bitcoin, the one thing about Bitcoin when you compare it against Ethereum is that you can use the original software that was written for Bitcoin and it still works. And every piece of software that ever was written for Bitcoin will still work. And that's how they're designing it. That's how they're using it. That's how they're building it forward. So that no matter what, the consensus stays the same. And so once that consensus breaks, right? So for example, if there's a hard fork, that's the wrong Bitcoin, because the right Bitcoin is a direct, non-breakable fork, the non-breakable direction where the oldest piece of software continues to work at all times, and that's the right Bitcoin. If it doesn't continue to work, for example, Bitcoin Cash, that's not the right Bitcoin. Sorry. All right. Next question.
All right. This is from Matt D. And he says, "Hey Davinci, how can we do the little lady strategy when you also suggest to take our coins out of exchanges?"
Yeah, well, with Pandoras Wallet, that's why I'm busy working on that like crazy. That's why I haven't done so many videos lately. We're this close to getting Ethereum working. It just we were trying to do it on a light node, and if we fall behind on a light node, we never catch up our systems. So we have to download a full synced node, and we're trying to get that up and running so that we can release Ethereum. So once we have the fully synced node, we'll be able to use that to view your state, your balances and stuff like that. And that because all the other testing is done, and so we're just waiting for that to have that up and running, because we don't want to because if our system shuts down for even an hour, it won't be able to catch up to view your balances in real time. So that's not good enough for us. So we're not going to ship that out until we have that up and running. And so that's where we're at. Once we do Ethereum, we're going to do a bunch of ERC20 tokens, which will give you a lot more cryptocurrencies in Pandoras Wallet, so that you will be able to ensure that you can keep your money on your account and still send it to do the little old lady trades, either on real time, meaning when the prices hit, when price doubles, or you can actually send the money to the exchange and leave the bitcoins, or leave your cryptocurrency on the exchange to be sold at a specific price, or the bitcoins to be bought, your cryptocurrency to be bought at a specific price, risking the loss, of course, if you wish, because you're trying to get those crazy wicks up and back down again. So I mean that we leave that up to you in the wallet with the little lady strategy. And so I'm happy about that, and I'm working constantly to add functionality and abilities to this wallet. It's slow because it's just two of us, and I don't spend a whole lot of money on this company because I don't want to go broke. I don't want to go broke on this thing, right? So I want to turn it into something good, right? Without having to have somebody else be my boss. So for example, this is all my money that I'm spending on this company. If I wanted to, I can do fundraising, right? But then you guys will be my boss. If I do If I get like a what's it called, a VC to help me pay for this and get more developers, then they'll be my boss, and I'm just not comfortable with that just yet. There will be a time when I am, but right now I'm not. That's not the case. All right, one more question, and we'll call it a
One more
day.
question. Man, you always do this to me. Let me see that. Okay. So this one is from Coinoclast. And he says that if I was the Fed and Bitcoin was becoming too big, I would print tons of money, get it off mining rigs to 51%, attack Bitcoin and destroy its credibility and price. And I asked you, instead of destroying it, why not making more money and more wealth out of it?
Exactly, because it would that's exactly what would happen. The people who they'd have to pay in order to do that would go like, this would make more sense if we just follow the rules, because eventually these guys will just, fork off to the next area, and that would be that. And so it would just make more sense. And even those people who are being paid to destroy it would feel like, I'm doing work to destroy for destructive purposes. This is not worth it, right? So if that was the purpose, so they would have to do this in a clandestine method, right? And then people will see that coming from a mile away. So, for example, whenever a miner gets, or a pool gets too much, right? 51% of the mining, people actually react to that and make changes, and the market moves around. Like, people will, okay, wait a minute, I don't want to put all my mining rigs to that one pool because they're gonna attack. They could possibly attack the network, and you see that's just a self-voluntary thing that people do. And so they can't really do that in a clandestine way. So they're SOL when it comes to destroying Bitcoin. And China, right? They have the biggest mining rigs, and the government is the most totalitarian out there. So they're the most likely candidate to do something like that. And I'm sure they've done the studies and realized that it would just be a waste of money and time and effort. So that's why it's not being done. All right. Thank you for your questions. Thank you for watching this video. And I'm looking forward to everyone who wishes to subscribe to Pandora's Wallet to join me and ask me questions for anytime you want. You can leave a question in the Telegram group by just typing at Davinci J15. Davinci DAV. Can't spell my name. Oh, it's because the keyboard's a little blocked here. That's why. J15, and you just see my name there, and then you just click enter, and then just type your question, and away you go. Alrighty. Yes. So thanks again for watching, and if you haven't seen the videos popping up here, please check them out, and bye for now. Cheers.
Bye. Cheers.
Oops, did not end that stream.